All right, on this last video for section 5.1, we're going to look at finding the equation of a parabola given the vertex and a point. So first up, let's look at this. This is called the standard form of a quadratic function. And what that is, the h and k there are the coordinates of the vertex. And the a is just a factor that tells how skinny or wide the parabola is and whether it opens up or down. It's the same a as before. So before we do anything, let's just play with this a little bit. Y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. All right, if you look at that, h and k, hk is the coordinates of the vertex. But also, if you look at it over here, this is a horizontal shift and this is a vertical shift. So like in this example that I've got graphed right now, both of them are shifted over 1. We've got x, the minus h, x subtracting that shifts it to the, when h is positive, it shifts it to the right. And k shifts things up and down. And a tells you how wide or skinny it is, and if it goes negative, then it makes it open downward instead of upward. So what we're going to do here is answer a few types of questions. This first example says, find the equation of the parabola with this vertex, vertex 1, 2, that passes through the point negative 1, 4. All right, so let's just do this on Desmos to begin with. It's actually easier to do it by hand, but I want to play with Desmos to kind of show what's going on. Our vertex is 1, 2. And so by putting that in, it sure enough puts the vertex here at 1, 2. Now we want it to also go through the point negative 1, 4. So I'm going to plot that point. And, oops. To make that go through negative 1, 4, I can adjust a until it goes through there. Let's see. Yeah, right there. So that's kind of one way you could do this, is think of fixing the vertex where it's supposed to be and then playing with a until it touches the right point. Now doing it with Desmos is fun, but let's do it by hand. It's actually, I would say, easier to do by hand. What we're going to do here is we're going to plug into y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. We're going to plug these numbers into it. 1, 2 is my hk, and negative 1, 4 is my xy. So if I plug those in, let's see, y is 4. We're solving for a. X is negative 1 minus h is 1 squared plus k. So we've just got to solve this thing for a. So 4 equals a times, let's see, that's negative 2 squared is 4. So I got 4a here. Take the 2 off of both sides, you get 2. Yeah, and then divide by 4, you get a is 1/2. So given our a and our hk, this is going to be y equals 1/2 x minus 1 squared plus 2. And if you look back on what we did on Desmos a second ago, that's exactly what we came up with. So that's really all there is to it. If you're given a parabola, if you're given the vertex and one other point, you can solve for a and figure out the equation of the parabola. If you wanted to take this now and FOIL this out and combine everything, you could put this into the regular form where it's ax squared plus bx plus c, but we're not going to do that on these examples. All right, you might want to do this next example by yourself, so I'll give you a second to pause the video and do that if you want. right, let's work through it. This is our h and k. This is our x and y. Y is a times x minus h squared plus k, so minus 4. So 10 equals, let's see, 1 minus 3 is negative 2 squared, so 4a minus 4. So I get 14 is 4a. So a in this case is 14 over 4, which reduces to 7 over 2. So my parabola here is going to be 7/2 times x minus h, which was 3, plus k. K is negative 4. So we've got that for our answer. Let's check it. Let's see what we come up with. X minus 3 minus 4. This is supposed to be 7/2. So let's see. Did that work? What was our vertex supposed to be? 3, negative 4. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. 3, negative 4. And it's supposed to go through the point 110. Oh, wait, you can't see that, but it is 3, negative 4. And it's supposed to go through the point 110, which sure enough it does right there. And it was there for a second. Anyway, that's the right answer. Okay, these last problems, I took the wording of these directly out of the textbook because it says, for the following exercises, rewrite the quadratic functions in standard form and give the vertex. I think what they're wanting you to do here is take this and somehow mangle it into a times x plus minus h squared plus k. And you can do that by completing the square and then manipulating some stuff. But honestly, I think that's too much work. It's definitely the hard way to do this problem. Because what they're asking you for is the vertex. And then they want it in standard form. It's easier to get the vertex first and then go back to standard form. So let's see, the vertex of this thing, minus b over 2a, that's going to be minus 4 over 2, over 2 times 1, so that's negative 2. And the y-coordinate is going to be f of negative 2. So that's negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 plus 1. Let's see, that's 4 minus 8 is negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. All right, so my vertex then is negative 2, negative 3. So the standard form here is going to be y equals a. I can go back up here and pull my a off of here. A is 1. So this is going to be x minus negative 2, and then plus k. So that's the easiest way to do this. The thing that I think they're trying to get you to do on this problem is complete the square. That's doable. I'm not going to ask you to do that because it's not the best way to do the problem. The way we just did it is the easiest way. But the way you'd complete the square is you'd say x squared plus 4x plus 1 plus blank minus blank, x squared plus 4x. If I take half of 4, I get 2, and I square that, I get 4. So basically I need to add 3 and subtract 3. And then this whole thing can factor into x plus 2 squared minus 3. So that's another way you can do this, but honestly, that's way more trouble than doing it this way. So let's do one last problem. Again, you might want to try this one on your own and then unpause the video and check your answer against mine. So let's do it. Let's see, x coordinate of the vertex is going to be minus b over 2a. So let's see, it's going to be positive 12 over 4 is 3. And the y coordinate of the vertex is going to be negative 2 times 3 squared plus 12 times 3 minus 12. So let's see, that's negative 2 times 9 plus 12 times 3 is 36 minus 12 gives me 6. All right, so my vertex is the point 36. And a in this case is the same a as we have up here, so that's going to be negative 2. So this is going to be y equals negative 2 times x minus 3 squared plus 6. And if you want to check this, just run over to Desmos, and, well, I always run to Desmos to do these things. Honestly, if you wanted to check it, one thing you could do is you could just FOIL this out and see if it, FOIL this all out and see if it gives you this up here. But let's make the computer do it for us. If I put in minus 2x squared plus 12x minus 12, it gives me this parabola. And if I put in negative 2 times x minus 3 squared plus 6, it gives me the exact same parabola. So the purple and the green are the same, so that's a good check. All right, that's the end of this section.